Hi everyone, so I'm doing another match preview. The first one on my channel went okay, so I figured I'd do one for the Hoffenheim game. I'm going to this game as well, so should have a bit of footage from there and do a match review afterwards. But yeah, in this one I'm going to be talking about City's lineup and look at the form of both teams and make a prediction based on that. So yeah, let's get into the lineups. So the way the Champions League works, remember, is that it goes based on head-to-head points if you're tied with another team. So goal difference isn't taken into account, and Lyon are on 7 points at the moment and we're on 10, so if they win and we lose, then they'll go through based on head-to-head points, because against us they've got 4 points and we've got 1 point against them. So based on that, I think Pep's going to put out a strong lineup. At the start of the season we experimented a lot with formations. I think the first 4 Premier League games we had a different formation every time, but in the past 14 games, literally every single one's been 4-3-3. I think that's probably best for City with rotating the wingers to keep them all happy. And yeah, so it's pretty obvious it'll go for that. Well, I'd imagine so anyway. And if he's going for that formation, I think we're going to go Ederson in goal, Zinchenko left back. I think he's a bit... As of recording this, the Chelsea game hasn't happened, by the way. So I think at the moment he's a bit hesitant to play Zinchenko because of the whole mask thing, but I think maybe by then it'll give him a chance because it's a few days away at this point. And Zinchenko left back, and then it's not going to be the strongest lineup ever, I don't think, but it's going to be definitely a strong one. So I think he's going to go Stones and Otamendi centre back, and then Walker right back, and then in the middle three, I don't think you can go wrong with Bernardo, Fernandinho and David Silva. I think that's definitely our strongest middle three at the moment. I love that he's not trying to force Bernardo onto the wings as much anymore. And then the front three, as of right now, all we know about the Aguero injury is what Pep said. He said he's not going to be ready for the Chelsea game. He said it'll be better soon though, so I'm guessing that's not going to be in time for the Hoffenheim game, especially not starting. So Jesus is going to be up front, and then for the wingers, going to go Sterling on the left and then Mahrez on the right, which I think overall is just a strong lineup. If it was based on goal difference in this, then I think because we're so far ahead, then he'd definitely have like Foden out and players like that. But I think we'll probably just be limited to a Foden substitute if we go 3-0 up, the usual. So I think it's a strong team. I'm not going to predict the Hoffenheim lineup because I literally know nothing about their players, but yeah, that's the City lineup that I think we'll put out. But you can never predict what Pep's going to do other than it being a 4-3-3 based on the last 14 games. So yeah, that's the lineup I think we'll put out. So in terms of form, you don't really need to speak about City too much. It's pretty much just routine wins recently, with the odd draw here and there. There's the game against Lyon, obviously, and then the Liverpool one before that, but that was quite a while ago at this point. So I think you've got to go into this expecting a win like usual, especially against the team that's coming bottom of the group. And City's form's obvious, but how about Hoffenheim? So it's pretty obvious that they're struggling in the Champions League, but in the past 6 games that they've played this month, they've only lost 1 of them, and they've had 3 draws though, so they're struggling to get wins, and a draw would be enough for us because that'd put us on 11 points, which is higher than Lyon's maximum of 10 points. But no one's really going to be happy with a draw against Hoffenheim at home, are we? And especially if we put out a strong lineup like that, like I think we will. Because, well, one of the reasons I think we'll put out a strong lineup is because the group leaders in the other groups, it's exactly who you'd expect, all of the big dogs. It's not one of those seasons where, one of the underdog teams comes up and finishes top of the group. We can't afford to be going against the top dogs. Well, we could, but it's not really anyone's preference, is it? Because you want to get as far in the competition as possible. I don't want to limit that. And yeah, based on their form at the moment, we should be coming out of it with a win. And you've got to remember though, they are coming bottom of the group, but you can't underestimate them too much because they've still got that Europa League spot to play for. Because if they win and Shakhtar lose, then they'll get that spot. I'm not sure where it is on their priorities, but if it was me, I know I'd rather get the Europa League spot than nothing. So I'd guess they're going to play a decent team. So I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park by any means, especially considering the first game, because it was pretty. It wasn't a comfortable win. It was quite a scrappy game, and we relied on that late David Silva goal, like 85th minute or something. We're at home this time, so it should be a bit more comfortable. But based on their style compared to ours, they were kind of hard to break down a lot of the game, and they did have their moments in it, but we were clearly the better team. And based on that, I think we'll get a 3-1 win, but I think that probably won't do them justice in terms of how close the game will be. But, we've shown an ability to finish goals when we don't have that many chances, because we've got pretty clinical finishers, and the way we play, it's a lot of tap-in goals, so when we do get them chances, it's pretty easy to finish them because they're tap-in situations. And based on that, I think it'll be a tough game, but one that we should get a win by more than one goal. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be an easy game. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully we can get another 6-0 like the Shakhtar game, but you can't expect that every game, even though we are really good. But I really hope we do get a 6-0 win, but 3-1 is my prediction.